G'day, we're back in Minecraft. I effed up on this and lost my video and most of my voice recording. So we're going to do this one a little bit different today. I hope you guys enjoy. And what the hell is that? Why is there a chest in a boat? Breaking news in Minecraft Village. What you are about to see, many viewers may find disturbing. This video shows a drowning by the jetty. A cat by the name of Danger fell in through one of the many holes. The Iron Golem on duty said it was not a suspicious drowning, although some of the town folks are suggesting that it was due to the inability to react swiftly by the newcomer Steve that led to this poor kitty's downfall. Coming up, sleeping in your doorway and how potentially it can help you lose weight. One village member thinks so. More on that story at 6. It is true. You heard correct. Danger got in danger. A tragedy. I tried to reload the save, but to no avail. Danger is lost. His magical abilities at transportation were no match for the wooden planks. In my rage of loss, my plan was to get flint and steel so I could burn down the whole village. My first plan of action was to take my revenge on the very thing that was sworn to protect the village. And I lost. I know, it was a moment of weakness. I was hurting, okay? I even captured distorted audio of my suffering.
I can't believe! Oh, I thought I could have got it out. I didn't act quick enough. Oh.
I tried to make peace with the golem, but he was not having it. So it was time to collect my things and work on exacting my revenge. Armored up, I set off. I felt empty. I released my anger on anyone who came near. But alas, it could not satisfy. I knew I needed a new companion. Not one to replace Danger, but also to replace Danger. I did get a lot of wheat though. Then I found what I was looking for. It was my plan to resurrect Danger and bring him back. I said, and bring him back. Ah, that's better. And then I found him. The new vessel in which I would use to try and recreate Danger. But sometimes, the dead want to stay dead. And what you bring back is not what you intend. Through heroic acts, that was in no way by the cause of me, I saved the kitty from drowning. It was my way to correct the past mistakes that I had done. Almost dying myself in the process, I emerged from the cave. It was the moment of truth. I had done it! Danger the second. I was going to take back the moments that were stolen from me. Racing back, me and Danger were now safe from the outside world. For now. In the morning, Danger the second completed the ritual by bringing me a sacrifice. This is getting really dark. Then voila! Danger the second was brought back to me. I vowed to him that together we will wreak havoc upon the world that did him harm. We journeyed to the mountains behind the village. There I planned to grab the resources I needed to create fire. There were many great sights to behold, but the fire of revenge would stop for nothing. We went through great lengths to find ourselves a pumpkin, which had been on the shopping list since I first blessed the land upon which I walked. Now, with a pumpkin under my belt, both physically and metaphorically, it was time to start collecting for my weapon. Which took a very long time. Like, seriously, I was starting to get pissed off. Like, you guys, I'm so seriously. At last. Now, just one more item. And trying to not get myself killed in the process. I was fast not caring about my own well-being. And I was also becoming suspicious of the new Danger. A hole in the ground exposed an old mineshaft. If any place were to be filled with wealth and riches, it was here. So against better judgment, I decided to explore. And already I had found iron, the last bit I needed for a flint and steel. Exploring the mineshaft, I didn't pick up any railroads, because I didn't realise my inventory was full. I found some cool places, less interesting than others. I found some mobs, but overall it was just a disaster of almost constantly getting lost through the maze of mines. I also did some very questionable decision making, which almost gave me an aneurysm just by watching it. Just when I thought there was nothing in the shafts, finally, I had found at least something that was worth the effort of going in. Most was utterly useless. However, I did find a name tag, and I so desperately wanted to officially name Danger 2.0 Danger the Second. And with that, it was finally time to leave. Now the next challenge, to get back to safety through the dangers of night. And luckily for me and Danger, I had acquired a compass at the local village. Now, back at the village, it was time to exact my revenge. And still, Danger 2.0 wasn't exactly filling the shoes of his predecessor. Although I would still take no BS from towards him. A villager slammed the door on poor Danger and I had to make a lesson. Now with iron ingots in hand, it was finally time to make my weapon. I had travelled far, been through ups and downs. I had seen the miracle of childbirth. I couldn't possibly destroy this village. Then wouldn't I be becoming what I feared most? Death? I couldn't take my anger out on those who had realistically had nothing to do with the death of Danger the First, when really, who I was mad at was the jetty! And as I watched the flames, I was happy, because I knew that it was the jetty's fault, not my own inability to act. The jetty's fault, that was the real cause of Danger's death. Now to get Danger and Jackson and GTFO. Now with that horrible nightmare out of the way, I had plans for a new creation. One that would require a lot of sand. So it was time to create some shovels, find some sand and get to work. I travelled far and I travelled very, very long. I arrived in a land that I'd never experienced in Minecraft before. And to my great surprise, it was a place rich with gold. It was starting to look like a promising trip. Then, I finally found the place I was looking for. It was mining time. Now, as you can tell, it was getting dark. And there's dangers at night. Well, one danger and many dangers. And you know how cats keep creepers away? Well, that ain't always the truth.
What? 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 What?
Waking back in my bed, I knew that it was a long way back to my stuff. And I cannot iterate how pissed off I was about this. Like, look at this. The creeper didn't give a that the cat was right there. So now with some gear and some food, I was ready to try and trace my way back. And what potentially pissed me off the most about this scenario is that I had to take Jasper with me. Especially knowing that once I took him there, I was going to leave him there. Like, for a start, Jasper couldn't even jump over the fence. Then I find out that he can only walk. I even contemplating just walking myself, because it'd be quicker. But I thought of all the food I would waste. I had finally arrived, and was relieved that Danger hadn't been blown into pieces like I had. Although, was slightly pissed that he hadn't protected me. He was definitely not living up to the expectations of Danger the First. Now, I get distracted, and because I get distracted, it was now dark, and I was once again in serious danger. I cut my losses and ran to fight another day. Over the hill shone the bright lights of safety. Shaken up over the past day's affairs, needless to say, I was a bit jumpy. This village was a good sign. It was the first village I had come across, so I was actually reasonably close to home. And even better, I spied a new horse. Hopefully one that would be better than bloody Jasper. God, I hate Jasper. It was actually a great sign. Already better. This new horse could actually jump a fence. And yes, finally a fast horse. I named her Dash. I was back at the sand in no time. And now with introductions out of the way, it was time to work. Which danger helped none. My shovels were expended. My job here was done. Now, to figure out how to get these horses back so I could breed Jackson with Dash to get a superior horse. Seeing Jasper and that other horse there, I decided that I did want all the horses I could get. Turns out though, that you can only lead 2 things at a time. Getting all 4 horses home would have to be a task that I left for a later time. And I had finally gotten them home. Danger, unfortunately, decided to make things much more difficult than needed. He didn't quite have the level of mastery of teleportation like the original Danger, but we got to get a nice boat ride in. Furnaces blasting, it was time for the next steps. I made multiple chests and signage so I could super organise my storage. I also decorated the place up a bit. I continued more on trying to streamline my place, showing exactly why you never want to dig straight up, and getting frustrated as hell by Danger. Now to start the foundations of my special project, all the while being shit scared of falling to my death. Then I collected my glass that I'd been slowly burning away, but then looking at it, I realised that I'd probably made too much. Oh well. And of course, the thing you always hate to see. And although I easily could have killed the skeleton...
Oh, no, danger close. But joke's on you, I'm where I'm the strongest. Oh, no, joke's on me.
I decided to deal with him in the morning. It is now for the grand reveal. What I had been making, which, although is not done yet, is still grand. I present to you the glass floor. Yeah, okay, this probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but trust me, it will. Or it won't. To you. But for me, yes. So this will be a to be continued. If you enjoyed the video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to see part 2. Yeah, that's right. I just did that.
Danger. You know, Danger the second, you're not as obedient as Danger the first.